Top 3 dating deal breakers. If somebody wants to date Martha Stewart, what are the top 3 things you should not do?
Let's see. Oh boy, there's more than 3.
Oh. Hello. Hey everybody, I'm Al Roker, and welcome to Cold Cuts, the program where we pile on the meats, toppings, cheese, and condiments while we pile on the questions to our special guest. Today, we are honored. I'm a little nervous, I must admit, because she's a domestic goddess. She's a businesswoman, an author, a mom, a grandmom. She's an all-around nifty person. Ladies and gentlemen, Martha Stewart, it is so nice to have you.
You are not nervous. You've been working with me for how many years?
Oh my gosh, since the earth cooled. It was fantastic.
Right.
It was always so good to have you.
I'm so happy that you're doing a sandwich show.
Yeah, we have a few of your favorite foods here.
This is like a plethora of everything.
I am surprised to find out that liverwurst is one of your favorite foods.
I love liverwurst. This is not exactly the liverwurst I love the most. It was Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
Oof, yeah. It was softer than this. And I also like the Schaller and Weber that squeezes out of the tube, you know.
Oh.
When I get home late.
That's like paste.
No, it's not. It's really good.
Yeah, and you brought something. You brought pierogies.
Oh yeah, these I make like once a year because they're so hard to make.
Mm-hmm.
And these are potato pierogi, following my mom's recipe. I can eat about 20 of these.
Wow.
Here, you have this nice soft one.
Oh.
Good, right?
Oh.
See?
Man.
See, I can eat all of these. Okay, before I make my sandwich, I can eat my mother's pierogi.
You asked for a specific roll from Balthazar.
Yep. They make very good bread at Balthazar. So these are brioche buns. It's a nice light dough. They chop them now with sesame seeds. You can get them plain. These are great for burgers, but they're also great for sandwiches.
All right. Well, now, speaking of rolls, you become this domestic diva, but what was how did you get your start?
I wrote a book. First gig was a book, starting the books. I've now written 90 books.
90 books?
90.
You've got your own wing in a library.
I do. I have a whole stack.
That's crazy. But even before that, was it true you were a model?
Oh, I was a model all during high school. That paid for college, and all during college. And I would model for TV commercials and Clairol ads, Harrington cigarettes, even though I didn't smoke. I had to sit there with a cigarette. Big company.
Wow.
And it was a lot of fun, and it gave me a nice self-confidence in front of cameras.
So then how did you make the transition from that to food and lifestyle?
Once I went to college, I thought, I'd be a stockbroker. So I went to Wall Street, and I learned how to build and run a company. And that was important. That was another part of the education. And then after Wall Street, I decided I wanted to do my own business, so I started a catering business. And I was a good cook. I had studied in France, and I loved cooking so much. I'm going to put a little bit of this red pepper mayonnaise.
Oh, okay. And what did you put
this
in
is
it?
Just mayonnaise, and homemade is best, and red pepper relish.
Oh.
Red pepper relish is something that's really delicious, and now I've gotten a lot of people addicted to it on their hamburgers, and in turkey meatloaf. This is a great thing to put in a turkey meatloaf.
Ooh.
That looks like,
yes,
is that Dijon mustard?
That's Dijon.
Sorry, let me put a little Dijon mustard on here.
You are a judge on Chopped. What is that?
Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. Do you watch that program?
Yes,
it
my
is
daughters love it.
Crazy because they give these 4 earnest chefs ingredients for 3 different dishes, appetizer, main course, and dessert. And it might have nothing to do with anything. I mean, they're horrible ingredients. I get so upset with the ingredients. Sometimes they bring a chocolate cake for an appetizer with 3 other ingredients like kale and herring and something else. And they have to make edible dishes out of these crazy ingredients. And I must say, the chefs, the cooks that are competing are brilliant because they really do take these incredibly difficult ingredients and make something edible.
Which would you rather be on the show? Would you rather be the chef or the judge?
Oh, the judge for sure. Even though at the end of each day, and each day is about 12 hours.
Wow.
You really have eaten, I counted it once, something like 27 meals.
Oof. What do you think about all these, the proliferation of all this cooking in social media, all these folks who do, online Instagram.
Well, this is what's happened. Finally, America knows food. We were a melting pot. America's a melting pot of extraordinary ethnic variety. And if we close our borders, we're not going to have so much of that input. The input is fantastic, I think. And finally, programs like Chopped, like the Food Network, like the Today Show, which you showcase so many wonderful chefs all the time. Finally, America has become really knowledgeable in food.
Yeah.
And the food is so good, you can go to little podunk somewhere or other and you can get a really good meal. I think this democratization of food everywhere is just an important part of being an American. It's really nice. You like Iberica ham?
Well, in fact, I love Iberica ham.
Well, to me, Iberica ham is like, oh my gosh.
Now, this is the Spanish ham.
This is the Spanish black-footed pig.
Who dine on truffles?
They're extremely well-fed, these pigs, and they make this ham. Even the fat part of the ham is delectable, and the ham has to be hand sliced. This costs like $300 a pound or something. It's very expensive.
I'm about to have about $200 worth of ham.
Yeah, you're gonna love this sandwich. And I like fat sandwiches. I grew up in the day of Dagwood. Remember Dagwood?
Oh, the Dagwood, yes.
So Dagwood sandwiches, we always used to think, what would Dagwood put on his sandwiches?
As you've come up, what setbacks or challenges have you had to face?
Oh, none whatsoever. My life has been just so easy. Everybody has challenges in a life, and you just have to make the best of it. Our customers have been so fantastic to us because they never left me during my legal problem, big problem. But it was really difficult. But if you have to just believe in yourself, and you have to keep going and try to cope with it, come out on top. Listen, I wasn't sick. I didn't have life-threatening diseases. I was lucky.
Yeah. I
was lucky that I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, with the wrong government, with the wrong attorney general. But it turned out fine. And here I am making sandwiches.
We're making sandwiches
with Al Roker.
Is there a question that you sometimes just get tired of being asked?
No. If the customers stop talking to you, then you know there's a problem. But as long, I don't care how many times they ask for a picture or how many times they ask a question. No, you just have to answer because they're interested. That shows interest.
Why do you like mozzarella?
It's bland. It doesn't take away from the great taste of the Iberica ham, but it still gives you another element on that sandwich.
Oh, by the way, you are always reinventing yourself. You killed in that first Comedy Central roast. You just got back from doing the Bruce Willis
oh my gosh, yeah.
roast.
I guess
Tell me about that.
I guess because I didn't cry in the first roast because they at a roast, these Comedy Central roasts are evil.
Yeah.
They're evil. They're meant to be evil. So not only is the roasted person, like the Bruce Willis or the Bieber getting roasted, but each roastee roasts everybody else too. So you have to sit there and grin and bear all the horrible comments that they make about you. I must have been okay on the Bieber roast, which by the way got something like 5 billion
oh my gosh,
views. 5
huge.
billion. Kevin is one of the biggest movie stars in the business right now, and he deserves it. He struggled for years. When he finally got his first big paycheck, he spent $150,000 on a watch. I forget that term for that. It's not African American rich. It'll come to me. Justin, you know the word. So I got to do my second, and thank you, Comedy Central. It's excellent. I love doing it.
If they wanted to roast you personally, would you sit for it?
No. Absolutely not. I am unavailable. I'm busy that weekend. It's my grandson's birthday. Something.
Whatever.
I'm not going out there to be roasted.
Speaking of your grandkids, what advice have you given your daughter?
Oh, she will not take any advice from
Really?
me. Alexis, are you kidding? She is the perfect mother. Those kids are so smart, so lovely, so advanced. No, she doesn't need any advice from me. She still remembers that I didn't buy her a pony, and that's
Really?
yeah.
When was that?
When she was like 12, she wanted a pony, and I didn't buy it for her. She still holds that against me.
I think she's done okay.
She's done just great, but not.
She can buy her own pony.
Of course she can.
Well, just think, her kids are going to do the same thing to her.
Of course they are.
Of course
and
they
I
are.
hope they do.
That's right.
But grandchildren, I must say, are more fun than children.
What is that like for you, being a grandma?
Much more fun than children.
Uh-huh.
But she doesn't let me have them by myself. I always have to have somebody with me because she says I used to forget her. I didn't pick her up at school.
Wow, there are a lot of issues. Alexis got a lot of
During
issues.
the gas crisis, remember the gas crisis?
Oh, sure.
Alexis was like 10 maybe. We were waiting in line to fill our car with gas on the post road in Westport. And I was impatient, and I said, move over, you drive, keep moving in the line. She was like 10 or 8.
You got out of the car?
I got out and went shopping. I went to the grocery store and left her in the car to drive, and she did fine. She got to the pump. I got back in time to fill up. But she remembers stuff like that. That's why I'm not allowed to take the kids.
You know, she may have a point.
She's a very good driver now because she got an early start. I'm putting on some beautiful baby romaine because it has a crunch, which is very nice in a sandwich.
Nice crunch. By the way, your show with Snoop is genius.
Oh, don't you love it?
It is unbelievable.
I love Snoop.
What are the 3 things you've learned from Snoop?
I've learned a little bit about rap music and rappers because I was not really educated in that genre.
Really?
No, I like rap. But I sort of stopped with Eminem, and I had to go on beyond that, way beyond Lil Rel, and then I have Lil Yachty, who eats only pizza and candy. That's all he eats.
Wow.
So we had to order in pizza for him when we were cooking delicious food. He would not eat our food. And I've learned about Compton. I've learned about that whole scene. And I've learned a lot about cannabis.
Really?
A lot. I'm not a smoker.
Have you cooked with marijuana? Made any edibles?
Well, I haven't, but Snoop always adds a little bit of, he calls it a little bit of Jesus to his food. And I guess I've eaten it. And I've learned about all the ancillary uses of hemp. For dogs, for cats, for animals, ointments.
So this has been quite the revelation.
Oh, it's very interesting.
knowing Snoop.
Extremely interesting.
Well, this segues into my next. What are the 3 best things you could bring as a gift, as a hostess or host gift to a party?
Oh, to a party. Well, you would take a case of Martha wine. I would take fresh eggs for my chicks.
Okay.
And I would take red raspberry jam and black raspberry jam. I really do make stuff
So
like
you
that.
recommend bringing something homemade?
Yeah, because they can't get that anywhere else.
Top 3 dating deal breakers. If somebody wants to date Martha Stewart, what are the top 3 things you should not do?
Let's see. Oh boy, there's more than 3.
Okay, well.
But
Oh. Hello.
Not really. Just come to my house happy, clean.
That's 2.
Clean's important.
Clean.
I don't mind dirty clothes, but I mind
cleanliness
dirty
stuff.
bodies.
Yeah. Ugh.
And smart. Come smart.
I'm smart. I like that. Is it true that you at one point dated Sir Anthony Hopkins?
Well, we didn't really date. We went out to dinner a couple times. But I couldn't.
Did he have fava beans and a Chianti?
I couldn't get past the spoon in the brain. I couldn't get past Hannibal Lecter.
You know, that was a role.
No, but it was so real.
It was, wasn't it? Now, your secret sauce is the pepper relish.
So good.
What is your secret sauce for success?
Hard work and passion. That's it.
Both
Yeah.
equal amounts.
Yeah.
And by the way, congratulations on the 91st book.
Pressure cooker.
What's it about?
Pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker.
Yes, and it's
I thought you were talking that it was a pressure cooker to make, but it's actually about pressure cooking.
Yeah, it is. It's the most delicious recipes that you can make in a pressure cooker.
Is there anything you still want to accomplish that you haven't done yet?
Oh yeah, lots of things. My work is never done. A woman's work is never done. Remember that.
What advice would you have specifically for young women coming up today?
Well, I think women have started a movement in the last couple of years that is quite powerful. I think you have to believe in yourself. You have to be very strong. You have to not want anything so badly that you'll do anything for it. That's really something that you have to realize. There's always another way to get what you want, not necessarily the only way that it looks like at that moment.
What do you have on your bucket list?
Oh, more travel. I want more time to travel. I love traveling. And when you have a lot of animals and you live on a farm, it's kind of hard to get away for long periods of time. And I also have a job that I go to every day.
Oh, there's that.
But on my bucket list, I want to go to places like Tasmania. I haven't been. That's like the furthest place I can think of going. I've been to the North Pole and the South Pole this year.
Oh.
I'm bipolar. And
literally, that's a long way to go for that joke. Literally.
I know, it's very far in the same month. And but it was really, and I don't mean to make fun of bipolar people, by the way.
No, we're not making.
No,
we're not.
I'm being geographical when I'm talking about that.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to take the kids to places that I've never been, so we can experience the oohs and the ahs together.
Wow, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And buy Alexis a pony.
And I will buy Alexis any pony she wants.
There you go. Martha,
Cheers.
thank you so much.
Tell me if you like the taste. I love the taste.
I love it.
I like the red peppered mayonnaise.
And the mustard. And the mozzarella.
Yeah, it's a good combination. And the roll is light.
I like it. And remember, Snoop Dogg says, be clean. Thank you for watching Cold Cuts. To watch more videos like these, just click here. If you want to subscribe to our channel, click here. If you just want to watch your TV do something, don't do anything.